What's up? Oh, come again. What's up, YouTube? mm. Ooh, look at them peppers. Look at all these peppers up under here. I have never had this many peppers at this time of year. Look at all those peppers. And it's more blooms. It just keeps blooming. But anyway, that's what happens when you overwinter your peppers. Y'all better try that. Okay, so what did I want to show y'all today? Oh, well, looky here. The knockout is going, well, the roses, these aren't knockouts. The roses are going in for another round. Um, but, anyway, y'all see my tomatoes are still blooming and still setting fruit. And I saw the first signs of one turning. Y'all see that? So this is black cherry, if you're wondering what this is. Untangle yourself. I had no clue that this plant was going to turn into the mammoth that it is. The plant is now taller than me. And that's only one tomato plant. And I tried to do the experiment where I pinched off the tops to promote sucker growth, and it promoted sucker growth. Let me show y'all. Y'all see how thick that is? It's the same thickness as my finger. And it's that all this is coming off of that. So, and for those that be like, oh yeah, suckers, they suck all the, oh, that sucker's heavy too. They suck all the life out your plants. And do it take some energy for them? Yeah, it do. But y'all see the main plant has no shortage of fruit. Y'all see that bug standing? Well, you can't do nothing. But yeah, it's still setting fruit. There's no shortage of fruit anywhere. And it's a lot of suckers on there at this point. Oop. This tomato here has started setting fruit. Make sure all of it. I try to keep them in a cage as much as I can until they grow out outside the cage. But anyway, I have there's some kind of bean. I think this is Kentucky Wonder from a couple of years ago. I dropped some seeds down in there. It's attached itself to the cage, but you can see this tomato is making maters as well. No more bug damage. Look at this. Well, should I say worm damage? Wait a minute. I'm gonna get it in a minute, y'all. I'm gonna get it. Anyway, I think them some, yeah, they're little balls. Those are little eggs. So we knocked them off to the ground because we ain't got time for the foolishness. We do not have time for the foolishness. Uh, y'all can see I don't have no more worm damage. Oh, can y'all tell I took out a bunch of stuff? I took out a bunch of radishes. How do I laid you over that way? Anyway, beets going to seed. That bean plant wants to grab everything. Even though I put on mosquito repellent, I clearly have been bitten 2 or 3 times. This is ridiculous. Anyway, look at that thing. Ain't that horrible? But they really don't do no damage, at least not in my garden. One with blossom end rot. But you know what's funny? None of the other ones have it. And let me just take this off. It's actually not really soft, but none of the other ones have it. But that tomato, ain't no need of it putting energy towards that, because that ain't gonna never make right. But y'all can see all up there. Tomatoes, 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 just everywhere tomatoes. This is the black creme. And y'all see that? That mean I just got bit. This is ridiculous. I'm going in the house. Anyway, the San Marzanos, they got tomatoes all over them. Just everywhere you look, and they just continue to keep making. Now, the San Marzanos, when I pinched them to produce sucker production, it did slow the hike down. It did, and that one too, it slowed that one down. That black creme say, pinch me. What? I'm finna grow some more. So that's what happened with that. Y'all see my lady cream peas doing what they always do. Making peas. Making peas. Y'all see my potatoes going to flower. All of my berries been falling off though. All of my little flowers. I don't know if they're not getting pollinated or if they can't pollinate themselves. I don't know. But they falling off. I planted a tomato in here. I anticipate this tomato to get taller than the beets. I planted another one over there. And the tomato get taller and the beets will do their thing. I kind of left them for seed. This is another tomato. Well, this is actually 3 tomatoes in this whole planter, but most of which y'all see is 1. This one finally started blooming. But this is the Everglades tomato. It's making. It's gonna make. It ain't gonna stop. You see another little tomato up there. The tomatoes don't get too big. But oh, well, this one, it made a little something. Look at that. But yeah, that one just started putting on blooms. And I got another one back here that finally put on some flowers. And then I got a pea seed that must have failed because that's there. But that current tomato anticipated to, or Everglades tomato, whichever one you want to call it, I anticipated to pretty much take over all this. That's just what they do. This is a volunteer tomato. Don't know what kind it is. I put another tomato right there. And there's another one over there somewhere. Y'all see how my oregano looking. Parsley, I've been collecting seeds. I'm getting ready to just take the plant and collect all the rest of the seeds. This is another tomato that hasn't started. It just put these here. So it's gonna start blooming here in a minute. So yeah, that tomato looks pretty good. I snuck one in there and one over there, so that when the parsley comes out, I'm always thinking about, okay, when the parsley comes out, that's gonna clear up a lot of room in here and let other stuff come through, just like the celery is going to seed. So the celery go to seed and I'm gonna pull it, but I planted a tomato right behind it. So by the time for me to pull that celery, the tomato, it'll have light to get in there. And I wanted to show y'all this right quick. For those that have never grown air potatoes, I get questions all the time. Air potatoes, what are those? I'm gonna try to lift this up. Air potatoes are a vine that will entangle everything. Here we go. But y'all see that little brown thing right there with the little, well, it fell off, with the little nubbies on it. Here's another one. Well, here go two right here. Those little right here and right here that look like little potatoes, and they'll get bigger. Those are edible, so these make an edible root and an edible little tuber, which is called an air potato that you can eat, and they have much more nutrition than white potatoes, which is why I'm growing them. I'm gonna slow down growing a lot of white potatoes because they just don't really have that much nutrition. I'll grow a little bit, but not a lot. So that's why I'm growing those. But make sure if you grow those, you have something for them to climb on. So I bought some seeds for what's called Mexican tamarind or guamachi. And this is it here. There's two there. All three of them came up here. I put 3 in each one of these. And one came up there. So that's a nitrogen fixer. And it's like tamarind. But it's a sweet tamarind. Let's see. Let's go over here. Felix is screaming, of course. These are my pigeon peas. I had some volunteer celery come up. These are the onions that I planted up, persimmons. These are peppers. I think those are Anaheims. Over there, I have a bunch of turmeric that I've planted, but you can see, Felix! Lord! But you can see a bunch of volunteer tomatoes coming up. Sweet potatoes, I mean, not much to really say. They're just gonna vine out everywhere. Beets going to seed. When your beets start getting real tall and getting a real thick center stem, they're going to seed. I would strongly suggest you collect beet seeds if you've never collected them. This marigold keeps falling over. Part of it is because a pine cone landed in it. Yeah, but anyway. So, this is what we got going on. The strawberries, still been making strawberries, but they've slowed down, of course, because it's real hot. I planted some more okra, and as you can see, they are coming up. I see several of those coming up, which is good. I planted some more over there. I'm going to check to see if any of those are coming up. This is roselle, or Jamaican sorrel. It's coming up. Nasturtium still blooming. My watermelons are vining and making flowers, but they're all males. I don't see any female flowers as of yet. The female flowers usually don't make it the end anyway. Well, that one's going to be a female. You can't see it. It's real hairy. But I think that right behind there is going to be a female after a while. But, yeah. Somebody with a gremlin tag. Anyway. So my thyme looks good. All this stuff looks pretty good. Beans have still been harvesting off of them. Okra's not doing too good. I'm going to tell you why I think it's not doing too good. This bed is not dirt all the way to the bottom. This is a hugelkultur. So I put wood at the bottom. And I think the roots just don't have a really good grab into, under there is pretty much logs. But I see the red burgundy starting to make a little something. I've gotten one pod so far. I got one pod of that one. But this summer is unusually kind of cool. Felix is running after a wasp. So, that's part of it. And it looked like something just ate this pea plant. I mean, ate all the leaves off. And whatever ate it, ate that leaf. Never fails around here, never fails. Always something. Yeah. These onions I think I'm going to save for seed. This is a collard plant that I got some seeds I need to get off of. This is kind of what I've been getting off my strawberries. Is these little bitty little bitty berries, but they are so sweet though. Tasty, tasty. This one ain't quite ready. It's kind of misshapen, but it don't matter. They all eat the same. But yeah, that's kind of what I've been getting. I haven't really been getting any big berries since it's been real hot. But you know, I think that's pretty much it, y'all. Yeah. See something here. And my okra over there not doing too good is the reason why I planted some more. I planted some more in some other spots too. So, yeah, I don't think that's mine. When I took the radishes out, I went on ahead and planted in some other spots. This bed I'm going to try to get together because it's real hard. It's got a lot of clay in it. The ants got in there. Pulled a lot of clay into this bed. So, I'm going to try to loosen it up, put some compost down in there. And maybe plant some okra there. Or I might plant a pepper there. I don't know. This is a pretty tomato. It's a real pretty tomato. But anyhow, y'all, that's all I wanted to show you. That's all I really got going on. Here we go. Here we go with this. These beans, they don't want to go the direction that I guide them in. I guide them that way so they can go toward the cage. They want to go where they want to go. I don't really like that, but whatever. But yeah, when your beets start to bolt, see that central stem like that? And soon this will put out a seed. Shoot up a seed pod. But yeah. So that's it, y'all, for this here. Stay tuned. You have to harvest off these every day once they start making. Because if you don't, you'll have a bunch of beans that's just lumpy and going to seed. I wasn't able to get out here yesterday like how I wanted. See that? Just right quick. A handful. Right quick. And you really have to look because all this stuff is green. And you have to look from all sides because you will think you got them all. And then, see more and more and more, you'll think you got them all. And it's absolutely untrue. There's some way up there. See here? That's the only thing, y'all. Don't do like me and grow them on 15 foot. Y'all know I got to get on a ladder and get that. But when you don't have a lot of space, you got to do what you got to do. And these were bamboo poles, and I'm going to be for real. I ain't feel like cutting them. So I left them the height they were. But anyway, y'all, and the yard long beans, it's just, just showing out. It's just beans just everywhere. But I'm going to do an experiment with these yard long beans. I'm actually going to let them get big enough and cook the beans inside of them. I want to know what they taste like. Everybody always gets them like this and cooks them. Snaps them like green beans. I want to know what the beans taste like. So, because actually this here is actually too big. You really want to harvest it like that. Or like this is probably ideal. Look at how long that is, y'all. Can y'all? That's not quite a yard, but that's all of 2 feet. But yeah, y'all. So that's what we got going on. Look at this here. Them lady crane peas, they starting to climb that pole. So anyway, till next time, see you guys later.